Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I am having a lot of internet problems today. I can't get hooked up to the internet in my normal way, and so I'm having to come to you a different way today. Let me put on my microphone. It's better. I can't see you talking. I can't get it to go through my computer or anything. I'm going to see if I can connect my I can see the comments. Okay, great. Great. Diane, Ross, Tina, good to see you guys. So we're just going to kind of play around. I have a cute card to show you and everything, but Marcia, good to see you. Things are just not going well. It's the last day of the month, and sometimes we go over our data or something, and I think that might be what's happening because I use a lot of data. Tammy, hi. Sheila. So I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes. We'll have a few announcements. Ellie is over on sitting on the floor, happy because there's been a lot of commotion here with this. Yes, it's very hot here, Tammy. Same thing. It's around 100 here. What about for the rest of you? Let me know how you're doing. I'm going to make a few announcements, and then I'm going to try to actually, North Carolina, Tina, how hot is it up there? Then I'm going to try to do, to show you my card, but it might turn out to be upside down or something. So, hi, Allison. So we are going to try and see, like I said, my computer is, the only way I'm coming to you is by not hooking up to my my Wi-Fi. So, you know, I don't even know all of what I'm talking about. Terribly hot, Roz. Oh, melting. Okay, I can see it now. My Wi-Fi's come back, so I can see it on my computer, so that's good. So let me see what else I want to talk to you about. Okay, why don't we do prizes right now before anything else happens, because that way I won't forget and we won't be cut off, because I hate to miss the prizes. Polly, North Carolina 88. Okay, and I know it's humid there too. So I am going to do the prizes. So last week's prize was some fabulous glimmer paper. I forget if it was 2 or 3 sheets, 12 by 12, but mailing it, I have to cut it down. And I had lots of you who said prize and wanted this. And the winner is Eleanor Noriel, and she lives in Bakersfield. And I happen to have your address, Eleanor. So I'm going to cut this down to 6 by 6, and I'll be popping it in the mail to you. I'm going to do a lot of my mailing over the weekend. So if you haven't gotten your prize, it's coming to you over the weekend. Okay, so if you want the prize for this coming week, which I'll draw next month, can you even believe it's the last day of August? I can't believe it. So the prize for next time, if you want to put prize in the comments, is this cute stamp set, which was a celebration set maybe a year ago, called Catching Butterflies. It's really cute, and if you want the Catching Butterflies stamp set, just go ahead and put prize in the comments, and then I'll award this next week. I hate when these internet gremlins get going. It's very, very frustrating because I have so much planned for you. And anyway, I want to be sure that you know this is your prize for next time. I think it might be the 7th of September. I can't believe September is starting. I really can't. It's shocking. Diane Emerson, good to see you. Okay, I want to chat a little bit. Today is the last day of celebration. I am shocked that it's gone by so quickly. If there's a gift that you have not gotten, a free gift that you want from this celebration, today's the last day, 12 midnight Mountain Time. That's where Stampin' Up is. And there are only a few things not available from the catalog. The tree lot dies are not available. The hippo dies ran out. And you know, these envelopes and cards ran out. Everything else I think is available from this catalog. And then we have the additional items, the extra items. So if you want a free gift and you have a list, hi Holly, good to see you. Place an order tonight before midnight, and you'll get one of the free items for a $50 or a $100 order. And use my host code, and you'll get a free pack of dimensionals. That's my gift for August. And I might have one mystery envelope left. Just put the host code that's listed here, and if you do it before midnight tonight, I'll send you dimensionals and a mystery envelope, whatever I've got. But I think I only have one mystery envelope left. Okay, celebration. And if you have been thinking about joining Stampin' Up! And coming on my team of sweet stampers, here is the beautiful planner that's only available till midnight tonight. And it's a bonus free gift if you purchase the starter kit today. $99 is what you pay, and you get $125 worth of product of your choice. And it all ships free, and you get this planner, a stamp set, and all kinds of stuff. I have been having so much fun with my planner. It's beautiful. If you've been thinking about it, do it tonight, because there's not going to be any other way to get the planner. Okay, another thing, two things that are starting new tomorrow, September 1st, and I wanted to let you know. If you're a demonstrator, you might know. If you're not a demonstrator, you wouldn't know. And so they are starting a promotion called Perfect Partners. And we are going to use one of these today. Stampin' Up! Has come out with 6 new die sets that go along with one of the 6 of the current stamp sets. I'm trying to get the light better. My light is very bad here today. So there are 4 stamp sets from the annual catalog and 2 stamp sets from the mini catalog that as of tomorrow you can get matching dies for them. And if you haven't purchased the stamp sets, you can get those at a 10% discount as a bundle. So I'm going to tell you, today we're going to use the Apple Blossom dies, and they go with the Apple Harvest stamp set. We're going to use that today. Fresh cut stems. And you'll be able to see all this on my blog tomorrow. The Piggies, okay, this birthday Piggy bundle. Now, this birthday Piggy stamp set now has dies. Hi, Kay. Rosie, good to see you. Tree trimmings, trimming the tree stamp set now has dies that go with. You can get as of tomorrow. Waterfall dies go with the Waterfall Canyon stamp set. And here's the big one. Yeti dies. That Yeti to Party stamp set has been super popular. A lot of you love the Yetis, and they've come out with dies for the Yetis. So they're going to be available tomorrow. I'll put it all on my blog, and then here in just a minute, I'm hoping you can see it when I do it, we're going to do the Apple Blossoms, okay? Then also beginning tomorrow, they're going to start weekly deals. If you've been around for a while, a couple of years ago, they always had a weekly deal. Every week they would come out with new products that were discounted. And they're going to do that all through September. Every Thursday, starting tomorrow, they're going to introduce new discounted products. Not new products, existing products. You love the Piggies, Roz? Yes. Oh, good. Roz is the demonstrator, so she got the Piggy dies. They are super cute. Okay, so weekly deals. Existing products will come out at discounts. I don't know what the products are. They may not be stamp sets or dies. They may be other things, but they will be discounted. So I'll let you know that as soon as I know it tomorrow. We can find out tonight at midnight, I think, what the products are on the weekly deals starting tomorrow. But that's something exciting to look forward to, some weekly deals. We like weekly deals, don't we? Marlene, good to see you. Okay. So let me show you the stamp set we're going to use today. It's from the mini, the July to December mini catalog on page 54. It's called Apple Harvest, and I did not have it, but I recently got it because I knew the dies were coming. Avanel, good to see you. I have been wanting to get the stamp set, so I got it with the coordinating new dies that are available starting tomorrow. So we're going to make a card. I'm going to show you the card while I know I'm right side up, because usually I use a little program that helps me turn upside down, but I don't know how to use it this way. So here's the cute card we're going to make. And I've cut this beautiful stamped and colored apple branch and cut it out with the dies. So let me see what I can do. Okay, I have a different camera that I usually use, but I can't use that system. A lot of technical talk you don't need to know. So, okay, we're going to try this. And if we're upside down, I don't know that I can fix it, okay? But let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. And we're going to see what it looks like. I'm waiting to see how it looks, if we're upside down or right side up. Okay, we're sideways. Alrighty. Let me see if I can fix that at all. I'm going to turn us sideways and see if it works at all. This is why I use my other system. Okay, now that's totally upside down. Got that. Now let's see if we can get, I so appreciate your patience. We'll see if we can get it turned around this way, and if we can be right side up. So I'm looking. I'm going to turn it again. Here we go. We're just doing our best here. We're working with what we've got. I'll put the card out here so at least you can be looking at the card while we're turning. Okay, no. Okay, that's sideways. Okay, now let's go one more rotation around, and let's see what happens now. And we'll see if we can be right side up so that you can see that. I'm going to just wait 1 second. You guys are so patient. I wish I knew more about technology. There we go. Okay, I'm happy. Alrighty, you're going to see a little bit more of my desk than you normally see, but we're looking pretty good. Okay, there's our card. We're doing our best here. Alrighty, so what we're going to start out with is a card base of crushed curry. There's all the other stuff that I have that I don't usually show you. Okay, so we have a card base of crushed curry. I'm just going to go for it, okay? And this is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And we're just going to go ahead and do that fold right now. Let me get my bone folder. We'll just have it be a little unprofessional today, and hopefully next week we'll have it fixed. Now we're going to put on top, this is a beautiful piece of the new Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper that's perfect for fall. Okay, I've moved into the fall. And I'm sorry I can't show you my face at the same time. This is the back side, which would be beautiful also, but I don't think for apples. So we're going to go ahead and glue this on like this. Let me get some glue coming. Maybe, you know, once the day kind of starts out that way, you just never know how it's going to go. Let me see if I can get some glue to come out there. Oh, it's going to be one of those. Oh. Okay, let's try this. See if I can get some glue out of this one. It's the middle of the week. There we go. So we can just relax and just have a creative moment. We're going to have a creative moment here. Okay, there we go. I love this piece. I think it's a beautiful background for the apple. Now what we're going to do is we are going to add I'm going to do another background sheet using the apple stamp. And let me show you the stamp set itself so you can see it real clearly. It has this apple branch with an apple that's been cut in half, and a whole apple with a couple of blossoms and leaves. This one has leaves and apples that are completely, that have not been cut open. And this is just an individual apple. And then it has 3 great sentiments of an apple blossom and a little background stamp. So this is the one we're going to use now. And I'm going to stamp it in Sahara Sand because I want the border of the stamp to be kind of light. Light in color. I don't want it to be dark. I want this to be a background to our beautiful colored one that we're going to use. So I'm just going to stamp this piece of basic white cardstock, and let me see. Okay, I'm just stamping with the apple stamp, and this just puts a real pretty background on it, just like that. Okay, and now this can sit right on here. So this is 5 by 3. And this just gives a little background to our really beautiful colored in apple that we're going to do. So let's get that started. So that's the background. Now let's get, this is our little piece for the apple that we're going to color in, the 2 apples. So we're going to stamp one more time on here. And this is what we're going to color. Okay, let's see. Now I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends alcohol markers. You guys know those. I'm going to use Real Red for the apple. I'm going to use Granny Apple Green is my favorite green. Do you guys have favorite greens? Marcia, the orchids are advertising they're ready in Michigan. Wow, I believe it. You know, this is the fall set. This is why I wanted to get the apple set. That's the one I chose. So we're going to use Granny Apple Green for the leaves. I'm going to use some crumb cake, some light and dark crumb cake for the branch. So let's go ahead and get started with that. And the stamp has some shading in it. I think you can already kind of see that. So we're just going to color lightly for the branch, just like that. And now let's do our little flowers, the little apple blossoms. I'm going to use Petal Pink for the apple blossoms. And you know, one thing I was thinking, if you wanted to just stamp this and leave it plain and not color it in and then finish the card the same way I'm going to finish it, it would still be gorgeous because this is really a very pretty stamp. And just having this raised up above the other stamped piece would still be very pretty. Now I'm doing just a little bit of shading with some darker Petal Pink, and I'm going to pop in with a few dots of a light Real Red, just a few tiny little dots right around here, and maybe a couple in there. Okay, now let's go ahead and do our leaves, and let's see. On our Stampin' Blends, your colors are right over here. Here's dark Granny Apple Green. It's pretty tiny. You have to have your glasses. And light Granny Apple Green. I'm going to use the light for my leaves. I like to start with light. Some people are the reverse. They would prefer to start with the dark and add light when using the Stampin' Blends. I have more success using the light and then the dark, but everybody has a different way of doing it. And you can be very not perfect with this because it actually looks better if you're a little not perfect. I don't know how to say that any better. Just if you're just kind of winsome about it, just pop those little lines in there. And then I'm going to go back in and add some more of the light to blend the colors together. And not even all completely perfect, and it gives some really nice shading. Okay, let's go on to our dark. And I think I'll start with this half cut apple. Excuse me, with our Real Red. I might switch, that point isn't working as well as I would like it to. I think I've used it a lot. Okay, so this is the light real red, and you do need to be careful on this apple that's cut, because you want to be real careful in those little areas. And then we'll go around the side here, and it just brings it to life. I think it so brings this to life. And I'm going to show you a little trick here in a minute. On my sample card, I actually colored in with a pale pink the flesh of the apple, and then I realized I didn't like it too much, and so I did a little practice and I didn't add that flesh, and I thought it looked a lot better. So instead, what I'm going to do is put a little bit of the dark red right inside, because you know when you look at, that's the apple seed, and you know when you look at the apple seed, there's a little bit of red on it, and there's also a little bit of dark brown on it. Whenever you bite into a seed or you cut the apple, okay, just kind of like that, so you see just a little bit, and then so that it looks like you won't even notice that this gives it a little bit of shading to add a little pool party right in here. It's really interesting to do that, and I don't think anybody is really even going to notice. I'm going to go ahead then and use a little bit of my color lifter to go down in here. And I think when we get all finished, you won't even really notice that all that much. So now I'm going to go back to my light, and I'm going to go ahead and color the full apple. I think we need a little bit of red over there. And really, this is making me hungry for an apple. I wish I had one. Coloring them makes you kind of hungry for them, doesn't it? Let me check my comments here. Allison. Yes, not perfect with the markers. Absolutely. We want to if you just act like you really know what you're doing, it's going to come out great. And another thing I noticed is I'm going to try it and see what we think, just to leave a little bit of a white spot, because they kind of do that and it actually looks good to leave a blank white spot. I'm not too good at doing that, but let's see if we can. I don't know. We'll try that and see what we think. And it will be like a little reflective spot. Now we're going to go back in with the dark and color the edges a little bit to bring in more shading around here, the darker shading, and a little up in here. Go back and blend again with the light. Are you with me? We're almost done with the coloring. Whoops, I got on the leaf. Let me see if I can blend that out with the green. Okay, and then one thing I'm going to do is I like to take my color lifter, and sometimes I just go in and lift color from a certain area, and it just adds more shading. Now, I don't know what you think. Here's one I colored earlier. Let me know. I think maybe I like the one I colored earlier better. What do you guys think? Thank you, Rosie. Thank you. A white spot is highlight sunlight. I have trouble leaving it too. Marcia, thank you for saying that. Carol Schaefer, good to see you from Connecticut. So I did this one in advance just in case the other one didn't turn out. I kind of like the way I did the pool party a little better over here. But you can see that it just brings life to the actual apple, right? Okay, I think I'll go ahead and use the one I already prepared. I kind of like it better. But we have got all these beautiful Stampin' Blends out. I love my Stampin' Blends. I really do. Okay, now we are going to take a look at these beautiful apple blossom dies that begin tomorrow. They are for sale beginning tomorrow. Apple blossom dies. And look at all the dies you get. Can you guys see them? I'm a little confused here, not totally sure where my camera is, but I hope you can see them. You get so many dies. I think it's, let me look back on my paper and see if it tells how many dies you get. 25 dies. Okay, the price of the dies is $35. But again, if you don't have the Apple Harvest stamp set, you can get the stamp set and the dies together as a bundle for 10% off starting tomorrow in my online store. But all of these dies, plus the two we're going to use here today, and this I am so anxious to use. So I love this. I'm going to have a lot of fun. It has a branch. It has the whole apple, flowers. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. So here we go with our apple, excuse me, apple branch. And let's put our die over that. And it fits absolutely perfectly because it was made for it, right? And here we go. The dies, I believe all of the dies fit in the mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, the little mini boss. So there we go. That cut that out so beautifully. It really worked well. Now let's go back to our card and see what we have here. So here's our piece that we used, that we just arbitrarily stamped in Sahara Sand, our apple blossom branch, and we're just going to put this right on here. Now for my sample card I had this up a little higher, but I think there's a little, well, let's see, because we're going to have a sentiment too. So I could put the branch down here and put the sentiment at the top, or the branch up above. I think we'll do it this way. What do you think? Okay, let's do that. So let's go ahead and get out our Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're going to add this little piece. Now you can do this. This is a little design, a little card design that you can do with any card you're making in any single stamp set that you're using. Have a card base, put on a piece of designer series paper that blends with it, and then cut a 3x5 piece of basic white cardstock and stamp in a neutral color your design, and then color one of the designs in and have that superimposed in a way. We're going to lift it up on dimensionals above your other piece. I think it's a nice look. Okay, so we're going to put our more dimensionals to lift that little baby up. I think this is a great fall card. Now, let's see. Okay, just like that. And I wanted to look again at our sentiments. Thanks is a perfect sentiment for the fall. The greatest gift is a good friend. That's what we're using today. And hope you're feeling better. So there are those 3 sentiments. Now we're going to use some soft suede ink because I don't want it to be black. I want it to coordinate with the brown look here. You're seeing the whole messy thing today, gals. You really are. And I'm going to stamp on this scrap that I have. Here's my stamp. I've already mounted it on my block. And now the last thing I have to find is my die. Here's my die that's going to cut it. Okay. We're ready to go. We're cooking. Okay. So I'll just ink that up and stamp it here. This is another piece of crushed curry. I didn't like the way that turned out totally. So we'll just turn it over and try again. I think I pressed too hard there. Okay, much nicer. Much nicer. And wait till you see this label die. I was really bowled away when I used it. It is really neat. You don't think, you know, So, okay, that's great. We like it. But wait until you see the way it comes out, okay? It is really detailed and very beautiful. I think I'm going to be using it a lot, like really a lot. So let me see if I can get this straight here and get everything in. I'm going to turn it just a little bit so that I can see it better. It fits perfectly right in here. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? Oh, I forgot to mention my YouTube candy, my YouTube mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that I'm giving away, right? As soon as I get 2,100 people subscribed to my YouTube channel, well, guess what? I'm only 32 people away. So, you guys, I have the gift out here. If I turn the camera up later, I might show it to you. I've got the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, the mini machine over here, all wrapped up in gold and waiting for a person. We're going to have a very special YouTube, and somebody that comes over there and watches it is going to win that machine as soon as I get to 2,100 subscribers. Okay, so look at how detailed that is. I want to see if I can hold it up where you can see it. That is stitched all around with 3 little cute little seed looking things at each edge. This is a very, very cute label die. I know I'm going to love it. Okay, and we're going to put it on here with our Stampin' Dimensionals. And amazingly, this fits the large size Stampin' Dimensionals. And we're just going to put 2 because we're going to have a little bit hang over to the right edge. A little bit of the label. So I want to locate this right in the blank space to kind of fill that spot up. The greatest gift is a good friend. Okay, now we're going to add some embellishments and a little bit of baker's twine here. We're going to tie a cute little bow, and we're going to add some red rhinestones. So let's do that. No card is complete without ribbon and rhinestones. The 2 R's, I just made that up, but I kind of like it. Right? Ribbon and rhinestones, I love. What girl doesn't like that? Okay, here we go. Let's make our little bow. And once you make the bow, then you just play with it. Bow making, you have to really just take your time and enjoy it. Keep moving it about until you get it just the way you want it. Okay, now I had tried earlier when I was practicing, I tried to tie the ribbon around the edge of that branch, and it just didn't come out right. And so I felt that when I tie the linen thread first and adhere it with a little mini glue dot, it just comes out a lot better. So I'm just going to squish that little glue dot up a little bit, and we'll put it right there. And now we're going to add our bow. Oh, I like it very much. Okay, now a few red rhinestones. It, you know, even though red is like an accent color here, the main color is your crushed curry, but the red, this brings out the red in the apples, I think. And it just takes a few to give it a little bit of character. Like that. Now, you don't have to leave your tails of your ribbon, of your linen thread that long. I like to. Now what we're going to do is we have an envelope, and we have the inside of our card, our little liner that we need to stamp to finish our card, to make it really just finished off nicely. And we're going to go ahead and stamp it with the apple branch stamp. So let's get that out. And I think I'm just going to put that apple branch right down here on the lower left. And then we'll go ahead and stamp our envelope at the same time with the apple branch right down there. Now you could color it in. If you wanted to color this in, what you would want to do is put a piece of heavyweight something inside the envelope, because the Stampin' Blends do bleed through. But you can color that on the envelope if you want to, as long as you make sure that you put something in there to stop the color from coming through. So this will be the liner for the inside of our card. Let me see here. Whoops. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. That's a size that I really like to use, that I think gives a nice border that I really like. And there's our beautiful card. Isn't that pretty? I really like this new set. The apple, well, the set is in the mini catalog, the Apple Harvest set with the new dies. And you'll be seeing me use these. I am not kidding you. I'm going to be using these little scallops here. My mind is just already zooming about what I'm going to do with these, with those scallops. Okay, I'm going to turn you guys around, and I'm not used to this, so I'm not sure what's really going to happen here. Well, let's see. Maybe I'll just take it right out of this. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Diane Emerson. Thank you. Tina. Good to see you. Marlene. You know, I wish we would have had our normal system today, but we didn't. I'll try to have it back next week. For my YouTube people, I'm gonna go ahead and post this over on YouTube in a few minutes. Lisa, good to see. It is a great card for Rosh Hashanah. Thank you so much because of the apples. Yes, great idea, Lisa. I maybe, if someone doesn't watch this, I might give it to that friend of ours, Lisa, that we have, who's Jewish and celebrates Rosh Hashanah. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I hope you'll go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe, because when I get those 2,100 subscribers, oh, I can show you the package, the box, the YouTube candy. Here it is, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, all wrapped up. And I just can't wait to give it to one of you. So as soon as I get 2,100 subscribers, I'll advertise here on Facebook and on YouTube a special time for a YouTube only drawing, and we'll do it over there. So you'll know, and you can come on over there, and we'll do the drawing live, and it'll be great. Okay, you guys, now I'm not there. Now I see how to finish on this new method. Have a great rest of your week. Come back on Friday. Hopefully things will be, my technology will be working better. Bye.